are drafting the basic bodice block full scale. I already marked out my baseline, my starting line, and that's where I'll be getting my shoulder. So my shoulder divided by 2, I will have 7.5. So I'll mark that for the front and mark that for the back. Now, because the human shoulder is not so flat, it's slanted. So at the front, I'm going to be coming down by 1.5, and at the back, I'll be coming down by 1 inch. So it's 1.5 here on the same line. Here 1. Now the standard neck measurement for almost everybody, the standard before you now try to adapt it to the person's measurement, is 3 inches by 3 and 1 by 3 at the back. So here I'll do 3 inches here by 3, and at the back I'll take 3 inches by 1, and I'm going to use my pattern master to connect these lines together. I'm going to slant this to meet the 1 inch we measured earlier, and this to the 1.5 inch we came down by earlier. It's that simple. So in order to get our chest line, we're going to be dividing the bust measurement by 6, and then we'll be adding 1.5. So the bust measurement I'm working with is 38, and if we divide it by 6 and add 1.5, we'll have 7.8, which is approximately 8 inches. Now we're not going to take that measurement from here, we're going to be taking it from the back. So add 8 inches from the 1 inch slope we came down by at the back, which is here. So in order to get a straight line for both the front and the back, we have to extend this line we tape to the beginning, which is 9, and we'll take it across. So this becomes our chest line. This is our chest line. The next thing to do is to repeat this our shoulder measurement of this chest line, which is 7.5 here, and 7.5 again here. We get a straight line for our armhole. And we get a straight line to our armhole. Now, remember we came down here by 1.5. We're going to be repeating the same thing on this line. So on this line, we're going by 1.5 and connect it to the shoulder slants. Good. And on this line, we came down by 1 inch, so we're going to be repeating that here on the chest line. At the back side, we're going to be dividing whatever we have from here to the chest line. We're going to be dividing it by 2, which is 4 inches. I'm going to mark that line. Then at the front side, we're going to go up from the chest line. We're going to be going up by 3 inches and mark that spot. From this spot we marked, we're going to be getting our shoulder, our armhole line, our armhole curve rather. So we'll take it this way. It has to be a continuous line, it has to blend in. So that's for the front. We'll do the same for the back, and that's for the back. So remember I said the bust measurement we're going to be using is 38 inches. So we divide 38 inches by 4, we have 9.5. So we'll place it for the front and we'll place it for the back, 9.5. Now for the back, I like to add extra 0.25 inches because of the slant we'll be getting at the back later. So instead of adding 9.5, I'm going to be adding 9.75. So we're going to be placing the half length for the front and the half length for the back. They are not the same. They are not the same because we have boobs at the front. You don't expect it to be the same with what we have at the back. So for this person, her front half length measurement is 17. I'm going to be placing it here on the front line. Also place it here so you can get a straight line. 17, and at the back 15 inches. So we place 15 inches at the back. Good. So that is it. Now that we have the half length, the next thing we're going to be adding is our, remember I said this is a full scale, so the next thing we're going to be adding is our waist to hip measurement. And for this person we're using 9 inches. So from here at the front we measure 9 inches. It could be 7, it could be 8 for a shorter person, it could even be 10 for a very tall person, but many people are tall these days. Sorry. So we use 9 for the front. We repeat the same for the back. So we put 9 inch here, 9 inches here, and 9 inches here. So the waist measurement we are using is 30 inches, and if we divide that by 4 we have 7.5. So this is 7.5, and for this we are going to be using 1 inch for the dart intake, so that's 8.5. We'll come to the back and we're going to do the same thing, 7.5 and 1 inch for that intake. Good. Now for the hip. For the hip, our hip is 40 inches. We divide that by 4. We have 10 here. And for the back, 10. So we're going to connect these lines together. This you can make it straight, but I don't like doing that. We are not straight. So this is it. For the back, I'll do the same. Okay, now let's work on the front. Remember I told you that the front and the back is not the same. So if you measure what we have from here, you will have 8. And here we have 6. The difference is 2 inches. So that 2 inches is what we call our bust dart intake. Remember that this is gotten from draping on the body form. So if you drape on a body form, this is still what you're going to get. So now that 2 inches will come down from our bust, our chest line will come down by 2. Now remember, that's there. Remember that we added 1 inch as our dart intake. So this person's nipple to nipple measurement is 8 inches. So we're going to divide that by 2, which will give us 4 inches. We'll mark it and take ½ inch on both sides. We'll come here and repeat the same thing. The nipple to nipple measurement is 8. We'll divide that by 2 and then we'll come in ½ inch on both sides. This person's bust point measurement is 11. So we're going to get 11 inches for the bust point line. I need to do it again so we can get a straight line. So good. And this person's under bust is 14 inches. So we'll get the under bust 14 inches. 14 inches. So this nipple to nipple measurement, we'll take it up to our bust point line, which is 4, and then on this our hip line we're going to be coming up by 2 inches or 2.5, but the standard is minimum of 2 inches. You can do 2, you can do 2.5, and you can do 3. So let's come up by 3, and then we'll mark this our 4 inches again on that line and connect it together. So this is what we have. We have this, connect this, connect this. Now on the bust point we are going to be coming down by 1 inch. Now the reason for coming down by 1 inch on the bust point is so that after taking in the bust dart or taking in your dart, that point will not be pointed. It's just going to be smooth. Okay, so that's why. And I don't like to say that this 1 inch is a standard, because for somebody that has a bigger boobs or is on a bigger side, you can come down by 1.5, because this 1 inch might just be too small for them. And all you are trying to do is to avoid this area being so pointed after sewing. So but for this measurement we're using 1. Come down here, connect, and that's it for the front. Sorry, earlier I told you are going to, on this line, that 2 inches, the difference between the front and the back, you're going to take it from the chest, the bust point line. This is our bust point line. This is our under bust, and this is our half length. So you're going to take that 2 inches from this line and not from here. So we'll take our 2 inches and then we'll connect. Now again, I don't like to take this 2 inches exactly straight to this point. I always like to come out here by 1, the same thing I did here, and I'm going to connect. That becomes our dart for the front. Then for the back, we're going to do the same thing we did. So we're going to come up by 3 inches at the back. We'll take our 4 inches, our nipple to nipple. Then on this chest line, we're going to come down by 1 as well. Then we'll mark our 4 inches and connect the dots. Now at the waistline, we are going to go in by ½ an inch. This is because we don't want to have back bulge when we are doing sewing the outfit. You don't want the back to have bulge, so you are trying to eliminate that. I remember I told you that when I was adding the chest measurement, the bust measurement at the chest line, I added extra 0.75. 0.25 is a guide. Now here we're going to come down from the neckline. We're going to come down by 3 inches and connect these dots together, just like this. And we're going to be taking this one down. And that's basically all for the basic bodice block. This is before any alteration. This is before taking any dart out, closing any darts, adding or removing your shoulder dart or bust dart. This is just what the basic bodice block look like. Remember, this is our half length for the back. This is our hip line. This is our hip line. So this is just basically what basic bodice block is all about. And maybe in our next video we're talking about how to take in this dart, how to close that, how to transfer that, how to put in the shoulder dart, close the bust dart, opening of that, and the rest. So if there's any question, please leave it on the comment section and I'll be very glad to answer. Thank you. Bye.